what could we have done differently? Is this a man-made disaster? Is there something, you can't prevent a natural disaster, but as you know, in terms of the environmental laws, have we completely failed?
Well, I think what could have been done in this case is something which we cannot really directly relate it to what has been happening there. I mean, this is one of those extreme weather events, a phenomenon that has been occurring in different parts of the country, different parts of the world, and the kind of rainfall that we had and the kind of high intensity in a short period of time. So environmental degradation is certainly something which contributes to the climate change, the overall balance that one needs to maintain.
I want to ask you specifically about what the Met Department said today. Today we heard the Met Department saying that it gave Uttarakhand a warning 2 days in advance that there was going to be this severe rainfall. When you look at their actual releases, there isn't really anything to suggest that they gave any specific clear warning to the Uttarakhand government. Now, I believe you've held a meeting saying that the Met Department actually needs to have better systems in place in order to be able to warn states. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I have seen the bulletins that came out of the Met Department. The one that was issued on the 12th talked about heavy rains in 1 or 2 places in so-and-so states, including Uttarakhand. I mean, that kind of a report is something which is certainly not at all indicative of the kind of rainfall that we've experienced, whether it is with the kind of the technology that is available at their disposal, with the kind of observational capabilities that they have. These are issues that really needs to be looked into very carefully.
You believe it wouldn't have been a specific
no,
good enough warning?
Absolutely,
because
it wasn't specific. It is a very generalized kind of a thing. Several states, including Uttarakhand, and what I yes, I've called for a meeting with the officials of the India Meteorological Department and also the Central Water Commission, and we looked at what arrangements they have at present and what they're planning to do in the years to come, and then what we really need to move on, because at times of such extreme weather events, I recall that when Mumbai experienced 944 millimeters of rainfall, yes, and that is just after that the NDMA was first created. We had a long meeting in the IMD, and I had asked the officials at that time what a Doppler radar could have done if it was available in Mumbai. They said a lead time of 3 to 6 hours, which is very significant.
And that is what is missing.
And then that is something which is missing.
Which is missing.
Then we look at the kind of bulletins that are coming out, say for the Amarnath Yatra. At 4 a.m. in the morning, every day during the Yatra, the Met Department is coming out with bulletins. And if if there is any indication of inclement weather which may not be safe for the people undertaking the Yatra, they are being stopped. The Yatra is being suspended on a temporary basis. So this is the kind of arrangement that will have to be put in place, because this
to prevent these kind of tragedies. Let me come to the environment though. Now, Malika, we're seeing this tragedy unfolding before us, and environmentalists like yourself are today outraged because these eco zones that everyone has been talking about, that Jayanti Natarajan has been fighting for, have now suddenly become the center of this entire debate. Tell us about that. Do you believe that that is primarily the reason why this has been as devastating as it has?
Yes, Nidhi, that's an excellent question. I'm glad that you've raised it in the beginning of the discussion. I would like to take back the discussion to a couple of things which have happened in the past years. Now, we keep saying that landslides and cloudburst is a very common phenomenon in the Himalayan states. All over you see cloudburst, all over you see Himalayan landslides happening. But traditionally, nobody used to inhabitate the land as we have done today. Traditionally, people used to live in the rocks, in the rocky areas, in order to kind of protect themselves. Now, there is so much of illegal constructions that's happening all along. Barring which, there is a lot of hydropower generation which is happening all over Uttarakhand, for which it's not even sustainable hydropower development. We had pitched in last year when Asiganga flash floods had happened. It was bumper to bumper hydroelectric power projects of 4.5 megawatt, 7 megawatt and 9 megawatt, such meager capacities which kind of created temporary reservoirs because of which water collected and flash floods happened downstream. Since then we have been battling, we've been saying that this area is too fragile for any kind of so-called developmental activity, and therefore we must declare the area eco-sensitive zone. We must protect the sanctity of the area and develop the area as per the flavor of the place.